All right, hey guys, how's it going? Still working on the car. It's kind of been hot here in Ohio and haven't gotten around to doing too much. Got the AC going now. But anyway, got the other shock tower welded on, and I ran across an issue when I got the car years ago. I didn't know, but it was missing the engine crossmember that runs from here over to here, and it bolts in on the underside of the frame. And the issue is, oh, and here's the special bolts that it takes. It takes special ones. They're kind of angled here on the end so that the cross member, if it's off a little bit, this kind of puts into the perfect position. You don't want to just use a normal bolt. You want this little shoulder to it. Actually, here's the part number if anyone needs it. And so the issue I ran across was that on this side, as I was welding in the lower part of the shock tower, I realized that the captive nut is no longer in the frame. There's supposed to be a nut there with threads, and yeah, it's no longer there. So what I had to do was, this was the hole for it. It was off a little bit, but I had to cut it out. And I used a Dremel with one of these little quick snap-on bits. Drilled that out, got it good. I'll get it welded up nice. But anyway, I went to the store to Fastenal, and here was the nut I got on the end here. And originally, they are zinc coated. However, that's poisonous to weld. You're not supposed to weld that. So what I did is I set it in vinegar for a few days, and it got rid of that finish on it, so it's just regular steel now, and I can weld it. So as you can see, it fits up there perfectly. So I was gonna have this give me something to hold on to it and position this magnet on it. Let me try this real quick. Trying to position this magnet in a way that I can weld it onto it. Something pretty close to this, however it's off a little bit, so I'm going to tweak with it. But anyway, I'll get that welded up, and then I can go ahead and weld the rest of this up. And then the only other thing left is the Trans Am plate. So I didn't show you guys the process on the other side, but the Trans Am plate, this is the shock tower welded in here, as you can see. So the Trans Am plate, it goes in here. Here it is. I painted the side I'm going to hide. For me, I've had to kind of grind this to make it flush a little bit just to fit perfect, but it goes up in here and it sits in here at like a 45. See, right now I have a huge gap in the back, so I want to be able to use this as it is. I need to grind it and make it fit flush. But anyway, that goes in there, gets welded in, and it sits at about a 45-degree angle, and it just gives this whole shock tower a lot more rigidity. And I tested on the other side the Shelby drop. Here you can see my Shelby drop, 1 inch. It doesn't interfere. The Trans Am plate doesn't interfere with it at all, so you're completely fine there. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on welding this up, get everything welded, painted. I need to grind the welds on the shock towers. I started doing this side a little bit, but just grind these smooth, see if there's anything else I need to weld, and then just paint the whole thing. And I am painting it with Duplicolor's Rust Barrier, and this is the gloss black. So I'll just keep on working on it, give you guys an update. Soon here, once I'm done with all this welding, I'm going to be putting in the suspension. enough to make it a roller, so probably not the shocks, but I will put in the springs and the tie rods, things like that, strut ends, and I'll show you guys the special setup that I've got going on for that, but more to come. Thanks.